Hi, I'm Victoria from homeincomemum.com. And if you're doing your research on Empower Network in Australia, then you've come to the right place because I'm going to share with you how Empower Network in Australia works, who's doing it, and I'm going to give you some tips on that is going to help you do your due diligence and do your research on Empower and find out if it's something that is going to work for you and that suits you. So let me introduce myself very briefly. As I said, my name is Victoria Cavallo, and I live in Sydney, Australia. And I started with Empower Network in about March 2013. I was heavily pregnant with our second daughter at the time, and I just started my maternity leave. And about to pop any day, I made the decision that I was not going to go back to work full time. I was not going to leave my daughter with other people. Like I had my first child, my first daughter, at just 4 weeks. I decided that I wasn't going to miss out on swimming lessons and ballet lessons and mothers groups, park dates, like I had with my first daughter. And I wanted to reconnect with my first child as well and spend more time with her. So that was the decision that I made. I'd had enough of the daily grind and missing my kids. And so I started my online business, and I teamed up with other Aussies doing the same thing, and I used the tools and techniques that I had access to within the Empower Network to create my business and also to team up with this other group. So in answer to some of the questions you're probably asking, yes, this certainly does work in Australia. It's a global industry and a global company, but sometimes it is nice just to know that there's some other people doing it in your backyard and having success with it. And it's great to link up with like-minded people so that you can sort of have have access to that close support network that is close to home for you. And look, we understand each other's accents. I find that sometimes you just speak the lingo and you understand each other that bit better. So that's the answer to that question. To give you some tips on doing your due diligence to find out if this company is right for you, there's a few things few hard questions that you need to answer, and you need to be honest with yourself. Firstly, are you coachable? Secondly, are you driven? Are you a driven and motivated person? Thirdly, are you ready to become an entrepreneur and be responsible for your own results and for your own outcomes? Or are you still in the mindset of, wanting to have a job? Because this is an online business. It is not an online job, and you do need to be clear about that. And if you're looking for an online job, that's absolutely fine, but you need to be clear that this is a business, okay? And finally, I think, what are we up to, number 5, are you ready for a life of abundance? So when you're ready for all of those things, and if you think that's you, if you're in that place, then go ahead and click the link below, homeincomemum.com, put in your best email address, follow the steps, and it will take you through to link up with our Australian Empower Network group. See you on the inside.